to look at instead of my dashboard. Hello, hello. You should have these right in your side pocket of your door too. Hi, Rachel. Hey, Rod. Hey, friends. All right. Hello, everybody. Okay, so this was just on my heart right now to come do a Periscope and talk to you guys about a topic that I've talked about before, but there's a lot of new distributors that joined us. There's a lot of people joining us now. And what I hear often is a brand new distributor signs up, right? And they're super excited and they're making posts, and the moment someone tells them no, or they've posted for one day on social media and no one signed up, they're ready to quit. But I wanted to kind of put this in perspective for you guys. Most distributors, now there are some who've never had a job before. Most distributors, you guys have had a normal job. Maybe not a 9-to-5 job, but I gave this example recently and I'll give it again. But Michael and I, we met working at Universal at Islands of Adventure, working on the Spider-Man ride, okay? And when I got hired, I had to go to 3 days of on-the-job training where they had all these manuals I had to read. I had to, do checklists and sign off all this stuff and do a walkthrough. And then from there, I had a couple of weeks where I had to actually shadow someone because we had to push buttons on a ride, right? It was people's safety. We had to go to safety classes and all these things. And, you've got to relate that to this business. You can't just sign up with this business and expect that you're going to make one post on social media and you're going to know what the heck you're doing and you're going to explode your business. It's the same idea. You've got to do some on-the-job training. And the thing about this business is that, you are your own boss. So no one's going to do that training for you. No one's going to hold your hand and no one is going to give you all of these workbooks. But instead, there are leaders, there are people. I have so many videos on my YouTube channel, the training pages that you are on. I know you guys all have incredible support no matter what team you're on watching this video, but you've got to utilize that training. So I talk about making a binder, a product information sheet binder, and that is, I relate that to some of my previous jobs where I was given a Bible for my job, right? So you've got to look at it like that. And, I think back to, I've had a lot of jobs. I was a substitute teacher. You never know what the day's going to bring, and then most recently, you guys know I was a police officer. Well, I kind of look at that, some of the experiences I had in that job as what it's like to send a message to someone or, go do a party or show up at an event. It's the same idea. So when I would get dispatched to a call, it might say, domestic, man, woman. You get like these tiny snippets, right, of these keywords, and oftentimes you have no idea what the heck you're showing up to, right? One time I got dispatched to a call that said something about, it said something about fruit being F-R-U-I-T, fruit being thrown, call or hang up, right? So I'm like, what in the world? We get there and literally they had glass fruit that was being thrown across the house, ended up being a domestic violence, took someone to jail, this whole thing, but I had no idea what I was going into. And the reason I'm telling you that story is because how many times have you been super excited and you send a message to that friend of yours who you think would rock this business, and you message them and you're all excited and you're like, hey, I think you would be great on my dream team. I know you've seen me post about this crazy rat business. Can I send you some information? And maybe something's going to happen. You're going to see that little bubble on Facebook. You're going to see it go right next to that message and they're going to read it and they're not even going to respond to you. Or they're going to write back to you and say, no thanks. Or they're going to say something not very nice. So what happens is some people, especially those who are very sensitive, different personalities, are going to be like, oh man, oh, nope, I should have known this business wasn't going to be for me. Nope, Kim never asking anyone ever again. When instead, you should just take that as a learning opportunity. What if they had said yes? What if they were the next Ambassador Diamond in this company? So that's one thing that I want you guys to always remember. You can never play in your mind exactly the way a conversation is going to go. If you're out and about, you have your Blitz cards on you, which you always, hey, can I give you a coupon for a product that I'm bringing into the area? Someone's going to say no. And someone's going to say yes, and you're going to hand it to them, and they're going to throw it in the trash. But you you tried, and all you can remember is that they just said no to an incredible opportunity. They just said no to changing their life. So it's not personal. The other thing is I hear complaints all the time, kind of changing gears a little. Oh, well, I can't run my auto ship. That's crazy. I have to pay to run a business, or I have to pay to join you. Guys, I don't know what people think, but you just became a business owner. You know, I relate it to a pizza stand on the corner. You know, sometimes people open up their own business and it costs thousands of dollars, especially if they built a business from the ground up, or they, you know, rented space, and then guess what? They had to go buy all the pizza dough and the pizza sauce. They have to hire employees. They have to pay insurance. You know what? At It Works Global, they take care of all of that for you. It is literally handed to you on a platter. You run your auto ship once a month. You're going to get 2 boxes of wraps, and guess what? You can turn around and sell those, and you are basically being paid. The company is paying you to then go out and make $1 million. I mean, it's just kind of a no-brainer, and I think people just forget that this is a business. This is the same kind of business as any other business out there, except we don't stock inventory. You can work this all from your phone. I'm not saying that's the only way, but that's it, guys. And the other thing I want to bring up, because I've seen it come up a lot today on my team page, and there's a lot of these memes floating around Facebook that are not nice, okay, that are jabs to people that work from home businesses, not just It Works, but any of these other companies. And here's what I have to say to that. First of all, if someone's taking the time to make one of those or to make a post to jab you, guess what that means? They're watching your posts. They haven't unfollowed you. They still see what you're doing. The other thing it tells me is that some of them, that people are mindlessly cold messaging people on Facebook, and you guys know how I feel about that. There is a difference in sending someone a nice message that you know, and sending someone a message that you've never, ever talked to them before. So just be mindful of that, because I have not, 2 years ago, that wasn't an issue, and I wasn't seeing that happen. But don't let that get you down. Those people, what do they think? Do they think that Nike does not run Super Bowl ads? Does Nike not put advertisements in magazines? Do they not put commercials on the TV, on the radio? That's all we're doing. We are a business just like anyone else, and Facebook just happens to be one of our outlets and one of the ways that we can advertise. So this is why it's super important to not be salesy with your posts. You should not be posting. Now I realize the businesses, or the bonuses are back out, so we are seeing a lot more of what I would call a corporate salesy type ad. But if you've got to share your life. You've got to share this adventure you're on. I don't care if you're working full time, because a lot of my leaders work full time. You're finding time to post. You're talking about how this business is going to change your life, even if it hasn't already. And if you don't have that belief, then it's not going to happen. So I just wanted to come and quickly just talk to you guys about that. Always remember, this is a job, and it's really hard sometimes to be your own boss. And what I mean is, when you punch that clock at a 9 to 5, you show up at 9, you go home at 5, oftentimes you're done. You're done for the day. You don't have to think about that job anymore until you turn around and go back there tomorrow. Well, this job, you've got to set your own hours, and that's hard for people. Some people, they put everything off till tomorrow. Oh, I'll send those messages tomorrow. Oh, I'm going to ask her to host a party for me tomorrow. You've got to be intentional, guys, especially during this quarter. You have got to set an alarm on your phone if you have to. For 30 minutes nonstop, you are going to do something. You are going to send text messages to all of your personal friends and family and ask them if they'd be interested in hosting a sample party. You are going to do some training for yourself. Oh, I love that. Anthony Rodriguez, having anger towards everyone reaching success. Haters. Yes. And you know what? When it comes to haters, I had more haters, guys, than I could. I didn't have a warm market. I didn't have, I had the support of my husband, and I had the support of his mother, or my mother-in-law. That was basically it when it came to my personal circle. My own mom, love her. She's one of my biggest fans now, but back then, no, I didn't have support. My personal friends and family were like, what are you doing? Why aren't you back on the road, taking people to jail? Like, what are you doing? So that is an excuse. You do not let that get in your way. You find other ways to build this business. So that's what I wanted to say. Treat this like a job and get paid like a job. Treat this like a hobby, get paid like a hobby. If you're in this for $100 a month, which is awesome, we're happy to have you, then sure, make a couple posts on Facebook. Maybe host one party every couple of months. Get your product for free. But if you want to make a lot of money, you gotta put in a lot of work, okay? So that's what I got for you guys. Have a fantastic day, and just keep me in the back of your mind. Am I working my job today? Go to work every single day. Yeah, I love that. Set yourself some hours, guys. Treat this like a job, and it's going to take you really far. And don't let those haters be your motivators, guys. Don't let those haters get in the way, because you know what? They are not paying your bills.